Yeah, guys. So earlier today, right? I was watching Zeph Daniels' video, man, and Zeph always gets me pumped up, man. And there's a few people that get me pumped up, but Zeph, man, he really gets me pumped up, man. He really gets me going. He gets me he gets me ready out the house. You know what I mean? He motivates me, bro. His words, the Most High through him, which is what I'd like to believe is going on, right? And he knows a lot, so, and he's really the only one that I can kind of confirm that it has been consistent with what he's saying. But I was I was listening and laying in the bed today, and I really wasn't going to move at all. I really just was going to stay in the house all day. I wasn't going to go do some things I wanted to do because it just was like, redundant, trying to change my ways, trying to get out of this world. But, sometimes, man, if you don't have vices, and I'm not talking about being an alcoholic, you know what I mean, and fornicating and all that other stuff, but if you don't have some vices, and it's sad, I know that, we still are of flesh, and, I'm not holier than thou, so I'm not the guy that's going to get on here and tell you that, I'm a Bible warrior, and that every time I'm feeling bad, I go to the Bible. I'm not going to tell you that because that would be a lie. Sometimes uh, those vices that we use, video games, certain other things, you know what I mean? TV. I don't really watch TV though. I don't have. I opted out of the whole cable thing. I just really watch YouTube where you can control what you want to see. But those vices sometimes help you calm down. It sometimes give you something to look forward to because, in this world, man, if you're if you're separated, you really don't have anything to look forward to, bro. I mean, like, once you know everything is fake and scripted, you really don't have anything to look forward to. You know what I mean? Like, what do like when football scripted, baseball, basketball, TV scripted, the news, everything is fucking scripted. It takes the fun out of everything. And what you realize is that you're maturing because it's really nothing fun about the game other than maybe the present tense. So you're watching it right then and there, and because you've been indoctrinated and you've been programmed, most of us, I'm 29, all our lives to accept these things for what they are, you kind of only know how to attach one emotion to these things. But now I'm detaching myself from it. So, I don't even think I watched full football season in the last 3 years. And what I'm saying is, I wasn't going to do anything. I was listening to Zeph Daniels, one of his podcasts from a year ago, and I'm telling you, bro, it motivated me tremendously, man. Like, it got me up out the house today because I really wasn't good at the house, man. And it's like when you confirm who you are in the Lord, when you confirm who you are in the world, meaning that you're not of the world, but that you know you've been separated, you've been chosen, and it has really nothing to do with you. It's just that you just happen to be, it's not to say that it was a lottery because the Most High doesn't work in a gambling fashion. That's why he tells us not to gamble. But it's kind of like if you it's kind of like, I won't say we were randomly picked. We were selected prior to. The Bible says He knew you before you were in your mother's womb, which means that you were destined to do certain things. And when you can attach yourself and relate via scripture and via a witness, because I consider Zeph to be a witness. And when you can take what he's saying in the scripture and what he's been through too, and you can apply it to your life, it just feels good, man. You feel motivated to know that these people, A, are very scared of you. They're threatened by you. They envy your freedom. And this is why these people are around you. This is why these people, and it feels good to know that Zeph, like, I try to tell people all the time, bro, that one of the first things I noticed when I realized that, the world wasn't what it was, is that everybody was in on it. And when you try to tell other TIs, and some of them are fake, so that's why this message may have not gotten to some of them because they're fake, they're artificial. But when you when you have other people who are like-minded and come to the realization that, nah, bro, it is demons, it is witchcraft, but these people know it's demon, they know it's witchcraft, they also cooperate with the demonization and the witchcraft, and it's everybody. You know what I mean? Like, that was one of the greatest feelings in the world, man, was because that was something that I was trying to relate to others, but they may either were programmed not to see, haven't seen yet, or just were in opposition to just not to see it all. And that's one of the best things, man, that I came to as far as a revelation, was knowing that it's everybody. Because when you know it's everybody, you don't pick and choose who you fuck with. You don't fuck with nobody. And if you fuck with them, it's for your benefit only. And that's what I try to tell people. Like, people ask me, how am I getting through the targeting? How am I making it as far as like the way I'm making it? Because we're all making it. We're just making it in different ways. There's some people out here doing better than me because they have a job. They played the game better than I did because I didn't know it was a game. So because they may not have been so combative as I am, as by nature, and a very defensive type person when I feel threatened, they, because they kind of sheltered and were passive and kind of secluded themselves, they were able to keep a job. Because and I'm not saying like you guys, I'm not saying calling it wimpy, but I'm just saying, like, your natural defense mechanism was to kind of shutter in and kind of kind of perceive what's going on, while still, taking the disrespect. Me, on the other hand, I can't take the disrespect. And I will not let people subliminally disrespect me. I don't care. Not for a job, not for anything. So, for me, that's where the disconnect came in with other targets, is because, you look at a person with a job and you'll be like, you're targeted, but then you'll see how they go about things. And so, Zeph, getting back to him, he breaks it down in a specific manner, and like, again, the greatest thing that I realized from another brother, which I consider Zeph to be, well, like, really my OG, like my grandfather type shit, right, uncle, is that it's everybody, and it's not that it's just like it's everybody, but that they know. See, it's a difference between it being everybody, and then it could be everybody, and then you could go with the narrative that, oh, they've been smear campaign, they've been told this about you, or they've been told. Because, guys, let's really break it down. You can't get to enough people fast enough on their phone, right? I mean, you can, but I'm just saying, like, you're not getting to the how quick these people are moving is only via spiritual. That's the only thing that can really add up to how quick these people are moving. You understand? And their movements when they get around you. Right? Like, there's no way in the world you can go from telling somebody something to them just flipping the script all of a sudden. You understand? That's spiritual. It's spiritual physically. You understand? So the spiritual, as far as how they move, is manipulating physical beings. That's how come it's everybody. Because the demonic spirit, which is ruled by Satan, this world, right? When you say, I want a piece of the pie, okay, that's basically what Zeph is saying. He's saying these people opted for a piece of a pie, which they say they can see, versus the Most High's pie, which is everlasting, which they cannot see, which you have to be worthy to see. That's what this is. That's why I talk about a piece of American pie, American dream. That's what these people sold out for. They sold out to be able to have an opportunity at $1 million lifestyle. But you see that there is only a certain percentile of millionaires. And now you can see that they don't give a fuck about you, because what they'll do is they'll create these psyops like COVID-19. And now you have a lot of people, over 3 million people unemployed in a matter of weeks. So I may be jumbling overwhere, but it's still in the same text, meaning that these people know what they're doing. They opted for the piece of the American pie. Everybody gets a different slice, okay? Some people don't get any slice. Some people get crumbs. Some people just get the crust. Some people just get the filling. Some people get leftovers. But these people want a piece of the pie. Now, we thought the pie was free. We thought all you had to do is work hard and go to school. We believed the narrative. They knew that it was just a narrative, but they just don't know how deep the narrative goes. See, they know the narrative is work hard, go to school, you'll get a job. They know that that's fake. That's why they're Masons. That's why they have secret organizations and they do, not even secret, unions. They have other organizations and ways that they communicate in privacy to then dictate out in the open. But, it's kind of great, man, because when you get around these people, they can feel your energy. Like all day today, man, I've been on some no nonsense type shit, and I've kind of kept it, not changing my mood to motherfucking really just, you know what I mean, just have fun and joke around. And because you gotta be serious sometimes. You gotta stay on your toes. And I'm telling you, son, I've seen a major difference today, and they don't like it. So what they're trying to do is they always try to keep you in a state of well, if they can't, I'm no longer paranoid. I'm no longer like giddy or intimidated. Like I never was intimidated, but that's the only word I can use. Like as far as like cautious about them doing anything to me. I don't operate in those frequencies anymore. So when you don't, then they want to bring chaos to you. So that's when they try to ramp up the driving, right? They ramp up the crazy driving, or they ramp up, try to have people fuck with you in the stores or the gas station. So if they can't get you afraid to come out of your house or shook or scared of everyone, then what they're trying to do is make you want to fight everyone or kill everyone. And so that's what they have me right now. They have me wanting to shoot everyone in the face or stomp them out. And I'd rather be on that type of time than be on the type of time of where I'm shook and these motherfuckers is flying by me and I got my camera out every 10 seconds and, you know what I mean, pointing and looking like, nah, I just talk to these motherfuckers like they not shit. I let them know that I will beat the fuck up. I will beat you the fuck up. I'm not afraid of you, and whatever you think you're going to do, you're not going to do. And that's how you got to operate. But in a nutshell, guys, just understand that these people know what they're doing. It is demonic, but it's not like no sci-fi shit. At least you haven't seen it. There's some sci-fi shit going on. They may not expose it to you, though. Why would they expose the sci-fi shit that they do in the privacy of their home at nighttime? You know what I mean? If they're trying to put themselves in a Christianity light. They're not. If they claim to be Christians, they're not going to act like Luciferians in front of you. You know, that's one thing Zeph brought up is that these motherfuckers know they have a whole lifestyle. Like, bro, some of us had different lifestyles. You can keep it a G with yourself. You ain't got to go out here and explain yourself. But, like, even if you going out here to go cop some bud, that's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Whether people know you smoke or not, like, you know there's certain things and moves that you may do that doesn't have to be broadcasted. That doesn't mean that you should be ashamed of it. It just means nobody knows you're doing it. Same thing with these people. They have a whole different lifestyle, which they are ashamed of, and they are doing things that are shameful, like pedophilia, witchcraft, sacrificial orgies, incest, right? There's a lot of things that they do behind closed doors that they are ashamed of, right? But they're only ashamed of because there's certain people who are not down with it. That's why they're trying to open the world up so everyone can come together. Because secretly, you know, people who are really combative, you know, the world, like the reason why you're not going to have an uproar in the world is because they're already controlled. These people out here in the streets marching around in all these cities talking about open up, they're only making it worse on themselves. Right? They're only making it worse on themselves because at the end of the day, they're going to bring in martial law when they want to shut this shit down. They're going to bring in martial law. They're also going to, it's also going to make other people stay home and extend the curfews and shit. And that's what they want. Because you understand, man, there's such thing as crisis actors. So, you know what I mean? A crisis actor is just what it is. A crisis actor, which the theme being crisis. So, just like you may have a drama actor or someone may be a comedic actor. They're a crisis actor. So, their job is to come out and get those people who are real, and real, use that in quotations because we know they're still of the world, but meaning that they're not a crisis actor, to then gather them up, to then stir them up for chaotic reasons. That's all they're doing. They got a couple chaotic people, which in crisis actors are probably neighborhood watch. You're people who own the house of the neighborhood watch wherever you live at. Understand? That's who these people are. the neighborhood watch. Those are who these people are. These are the people who are, your homeowners association presidents and co-chairs or whatever you want to call them. Those are majority of the crisis actors. That's why in your neighborhood you'll see certain people. You know what I mean? That's why you'll see certain people with their lights on and shit, and you see like there's always. Let me tell you something, guys. The person who never comes up their house the most, unless some shit is going on, is more than likely the person in your neighborhood who's like the homeowners association co-chair or chairperson. The motherfucker who never comes out the house, but everyone else is still doing the bullshit. They may do some bullshit here and there just to fit in, but they're not, you know what I mean? But they don't really come outside with the smoke like that. And I know who that is in my neighbor. Her name is Sharon Webb. She's the one she's one of them. She may be a co-chair, which doesn't mean none of this shit means shit, but it's just showing you, it's just giving you a position that you can identify with. But she's one of the motherfuckers that don't really do nothing like that, but everyone else comes and talks to them. Like, you'll see when she's outside, everybody tries to, like, kind of draws to her and shit. And so today, you know what I mean? So, not getting off track, look for those type of people. Look for those people who are always hiding, well, not really hiding, but in the cut. You know what I mean? Like, those are like the quote-unquote handlers of the neighborhood. And those are quote-unquote crisis actors. So if there's a situation where, like, let's say you did some fuck shit in your neighborhood, this person will come out of nowhere. And you can say that you never seen this person. It doesn't matter if you understand what is against us. So these persons can literally lie. And what you got to understand is, it doesn't matter under oath. Okay, that under oath shit is only for us. The law only really applies to those who are not of Satan. That's what you really realize. You realize that the law doesn't apply to Satan's workers. And the only reason why it applies to them is because they get caught up, or they use as a sacrifice, or they can't be used as a debt slave, or, you know what I mean? It's an undertone as to why you'll see Satan's minions get caught up. Unless you're black or you're in poverty, then that's just a cycle of life for you. But getting back to what I'm saying, you'll notice a lot of the homeowner associations are the crisis actors in your neighborhood. So if you went to court, they could lie and say you did something, you said something. That's why I tell you guys to always keep documents and record. Doesn't mean you have to upload it to Instagram or YouTube. It just means record them. You understand? And have a safe place to where you can get to them. Because they can never come back and say shit to me. And now I have a position where they can't even call the police on me no more. Because I've called the police so much on my neighbors within this month. There's no way in the world the police can be called on me in my neighborhood and they lie and say something to me. Because I've already have me approaching them, asking them to stop doing certain things, so that then it cannot be lied about. So you got to set them up. They love trying to set me up. You can't set me up, especially when I know you're trying to. And you can't piss me off when I know you're trying to. You're not going to make me incriminate myself when I know you're trying to. And that's the mode you have to get on. You have to know that these are their motives daily. They don't change. So when you come out your house knowing that someone's trying to set you up, they're trying to incriminate you at all times. And know that they know that you're a good person. Has nothing to do with you being a bad person. You're better than these people. By far. By far. It doesn't matter how much money they have, the car they're driving, Louis, Gucci, doesn't matter what they wear. You are better than them. If the world has tiers, then obviously those tiers can then identify with who they deem to be better than, more achieved than, more learned than. So they believe in people being better than people. So do the Most High. That's why he says wheat from the tares. That's why he says that he hates Esau. The Most High is not this loving, caring person that's just going to come back and save the world. That's going to be the Antichrist. And he's going to be, we already know. Read the Bible. You already know how that ends. But understand that these people are going to serve white Jesus. It would be crazy for me to think that they know that the white Jesus is not real. Now, some people do. We know there's some people in high intelligence, and that doesn't mean CIA. That just means Masonic orders, that they know that Lucifer is their God. He is the one they serve. And, and they probably know that Jesus was black, and that, so-called black people are chosen, but it's by nation, and that you do have so-called black people that come from other nations which are not of the Most High, and it's very extensive. It's nothing that you can learn in one day. But again, getting back to my point, these motherfuckers know. Some people know the truth, bro, and they know that they know that you are chosen. They know you are the Most High, and they know that we're not going to big ourselves up. We know that, like, we could be riding around millionaires, and the only way you could tell is probably by the car we're driving in, or maybe some of the clothes. But if you met us in the mall somewhere like that, we may look like we have money, but we're just not out here like with an entourage. You know what I mean? Like, we're very low-key, introverted type people. So, you know what I mean? They don't know who you are specifically. They know your characteristic traits based on your what's the word I'm looking for? Your spiritual assignment. And understand that Satan has the same ones, but everybody keeps bigging up, talking about Satan's got these motherfucking dormant AI motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. The Most High runs everything. That's why when I be hearing about he's got dormant soldiers, if you really think the Most High is going to lose, if you really think that Satan's going to win, you are as delusional as the day you signed up to think that you were going to be some king of America. Like, you thinking that you was going to get a bigger pie, a piece of the pie than you got, if you got any. So when I hear about the propaganda and the smear and the scaring and the fear porn that they like to use, I laugh because I already know the Most High is not going to lose. And the great thing about the Most High is you don't have to believe in him for him to be real. Like, you don't have to believe I have a gun for me to have one. You know what I mean? Like, just because you don't know doesn't mean it's not true. And that's a lot of people's issue. We got a lot of people around here in life that just because they don't know, then it has to be false. Like, what? That's one of the most dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. So just because you don't know this car has a certain horsepower, mean it doesn't have the horsepower? Are you stupid? That's how people think, though. They really be out here thinking like, because I don't know the answer, your answer has to be wrong. No, that's not how things work, sir. But again, guys, be confident, be secure.